So, if you've been accepted to medical school, congratulations. And if you're expecting an acceptance, I'm praying for you and I'm rooting for you. But I want you to watch this video, regardless or not, if you have been accepted. I know right now you are beginning to think of what medical school to choose from. You know, the deadline for choosing your medical school is fast approaching. And there's so many factors you're beginning to consider. You're thinking of the money, you're thinking of the location, you're thinking of the resources the medical school has. But there's one thing that I believe a lot of people, a lot of pre-medical students overlook when choosing their own medical school, which I also overlooked, which is the school's curriculum. And I want you to hear me out. So, most medical school, as you know, most medical school in America is this 2-year preclinical. But there are some medical schools that doesn't, follow that timeline. Like mine. Mine uses a 1-year preclinical. So by the end of my first year, I am done with my preclinical year. And then I go straight to the clinic by my second year. And then by the end of our second year, they make us take the boards. Some medical schools is 1.5 years, then you go straight to the clinic. So there are different medical schools and their timeline for their preclinical versus clinical. So that is one thing you should consider when choosing which medical school to go to. Another important factor that you should consider is if the medical school is a graded medical school or not graded medical school. Some medical schools are pass-fail, while some other medical schools, they grade you by honors, high honors, pass, I pass, depending on what that medical school chooses to do. If you are the kind of person that you just need to just have, you just want to just pass and just be, just do your thing in medical school. That's something you should consider when choosing which medical school to go to. And if you are the kind of person that you need there to be great, for you to be motivated, for you to study hard, for you to do well, if that's your vibe, that's something you should also consider when choosing which medical school to go to. Another important factor that you should consider is if the school requires you to be in class every day versus if the classes are recorded. I go to a school whereby it is asynchronous recorded lectures. So that means there is no physical class. We don't even have to be there. The classes are recorded. I can be in Japan right now taking the class. Like watching the lecture recording. I'm good. While some other medical school, you need to be in class. If you feel like you're the kind